Hi. Let's learn about holdover tenants and their legal rights. Today, we will talk about the definition and legal aspects of holdover tenants. A holdover tenant is a renter who remains in a property after the expiration of the lease. If the landlord continues to accept rent payments, the holdover tenant can continue to legally occupy the property, and state laws and court rulings determine the length of the holdover tenant's new rental term. If the landlord does not accept further rent payments, the tenant is considered to be trespassing, and if they do not promptly move out, an eviction may be necessary. Landlords who want to avoid the mistake of winding up with a holdover tenant should always include a clause in the original lease stating what happens at the end of the lease period in order to protect their property and interests. A year-long apartment rental lease, for example, might specify that when the lease expires, it converts to a month-to-month lease. If a landlord accepts rent from a holdover tenant, the implications vary based on state and local laws. In some cases, accepting payment resets the lease term. In other cases, accepting payment from a holdover tenant triggers a month-to-month lease. To remove a tenant from a property, a landlord must initiate a holdover proceeding, which essentially is an eviction case that is not based on missed rent payments. This is a process that is usually handled in eviction or small claims courts. Holdover tenants have a tenancy at sufferance. The term sufferance means the absence of objection without genuine approval, and a tenancy at sufferance is the opposite of a tenancy at will, where a tenant occupies the property with the consent of the owner but generally without a written contract or lease. Tenancy at sufferance, on the other hand, refers to holdover tenants of an expired lease who no longer have the landlord's permission to remain in the property but have not yet been evicted. When a landlord wishes to evict you as a holdover tenant, they generally must serve you with a notice of termination, though, as noted above, this is regulated by the state and so can vary from state to state. Here are 3 key takeaways. 1. A holdover tenant is a tenant who continues to pay rent, even after the lease has expired. The landlord must also agree, or else eviction proceedings may occur. 2. Holdover tenancy exists in a gray area between a full rental contract and trespassing. Even a simple one-sentence agreement offers more protection to all parties and should be considered. 3. This issue is often negated by the month-to-month rental clause that's in most tenancy agreements. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.